Day for that, Sean. It was actually really nice today, a little warmer than yesterday. That marine layer didn't stick around quite as long.
No, it did burn off rather quickly, at least along the coastline. Inland, you had mostly sunny skies from pretty much the get-go by about 9:30, 10 o'clock. The good thing about that paddle out, there wasn't really any surf. I've been there when there are waves, and it makes for an interesting paddle out. The paddle in's not a big problem. 74 is the 30-year average, and it looks like we broke that seasonal high. So 76. Looking pretty good out there. As far as what we've got going on, the marine layer along the coastline, that'll give us some afternoon sunshine. Temperatures slightly above average by the midweek, and a chance of some thunderstorms popping up over the mountains and into the desert. So we'll keep our eye on that. Certainly was the case again today out over the mountains. Looking at current temperatures, we're in the upper 60s to low 70s, 74 currently in Ramona, along with the folks in El Cajon, 72 in La Mesa, also in Hummel, 73 in Alpine. As you make your way up into the mountains, though, it's starting to cool off. 64 at Palomar Mountain as well as in the Mount Laguna area, and still 94 out in Borrego. That was their daytime high, and they've yet to cool off. We're looking towards the west from Mount Soledad, so you can see the marine layer starting to come in. The sun obviously is going to slide between the marine layer and the horizon. Should make for a pretty good sunset. 72 degrees west and northwest are the winds at 10 miles per hour. So a pleasant day here in San Diego as we kind of slide back into the work week. We've got a pretty good forecast for you. Got our eye on this hurricane just off of Puerto Vallarta, expected to move north and then eventually hit the mainland of Mexico. Orlean winds right now 115 miles per hour, so this is a Category 3, just under a major category for a hurricane. This is going to then move onshore and with it bring a pretty good storm surge. You're talking about 8 to 10 feet and extremely strong winds. They'll drop down into a Category 1 by the time it makes its way onshore, but those Category 3 winds are really kicking up the surf there. Nothing for us here, but waves definitely will pick up as there's some activity in the Pacific Northwest as well as coming off of New Zealand. Water temperature jumped up a couple degrees, 69 from the 67 that we saw. 92 right now out in Las Vegas, 95 for the folks in the Palm Springs area. Head up towards San Francisco, it's 69, 72 in the Lake Tahoe area, and at the Civic Center in Los Angeles, they're at 71. Got a lot of activity in the western half of the United States. This storm that is moving through the northern Rockies is bringing light snow to the higher elevations. Now this will eventually move out of the area and this high pressure will start to settle in. As it does, it will bring warmer temperatures, not scorching heat, but warmer temperatures to Southern California, and it will make its way in over, say, Central California by the midweek. As you look at that 8-day forecast, you'll see those temperatures do ramp up by the time we get to Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We start to cool things down just a little bit, push into the mid to upper 80s to low 90s for you folks in those inland microclimates on Friday and Saturday. And in the mountains, a chance of those thunderstorms again in the afternoon. Deserts, you'll stay in the 90s right on into next week where you get close to the 80s by Saturday and Sunday.